Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for today. It's going to be a general energy reading and we're going to see what do you need to know, what do you need to be aware of. Take it how it resonates. It could be past, present, future. You will know best how this fits in your timeline, okay, in your story for you. So let's see here, Gemini. What's going on with you at this time? Oops. What is happening with Gemini today? What does Gemini need to know? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, oh, we're starting off with Justice, okay. Justice, first card. The Knight of Swords and Temperance in reverse. Okay, Two of Wands. So there could be some communication coming in from somewhere, okay, or something is being made fair. You're getting the message that something is going to be made fair, or somebody communicated something to the court system, to the justice system. We'll have to see. Temperance in reverse, about somebody being imbalanced, or maybe because somebody was lacking patience, or something here is not balanced. Someone is not emotionally balanced or healed. Let's see what this is. Why is Justice here for Gemini? The Six of Wands, the Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, okay? So you getting victory in a situation when it comes to something legal or something being made fair, some sort of justice here. It seems to be worrying someone else, stressing someone else out. Maybe about something being given to you, or people being kind to you even, is what I'm getting. Like, it could even be about how you're being seen by others, okay? Like your reputation. Something is worrying someone. Let's see, what's the Knight of Swords? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the Chariot. So something here was a failure. Something was not working out in someone's favor. Somebody is reaping what they have sown, but it's not good, okay? It's not working out. This could have pushed someone forward to communicate something, okay? Some sort of a failure made someone determined to communicate. The Strength. Somebody wanted to overcome something, but it did not come from a balanced place at all. Okay, what's Temperance reverse? Two of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so someone was blocked, or somebody felt blocked. Very emotionally imbalanced here. Somebody could have been over emotional or lacking emotion. The Magician in reverse, man, something was not working out for someone here, okay? Somebody felt like whatever they were trying to do, it wasn't working, okay? Like they felt blocked. Somebody felt like it wasn't working. Their manipulation wasn't working. It made them feel very imbalanced emotionally. Maybe even over emotional, okay? Yeah, so the thought of you getting victory, or the thought of you getting justice, I feel like it pushed someone here to do something, but they weren't in the right state of mind when they did it. It's coming more out of like a feeling of desperation. Like, oh no, it's not working. Like, we need to do something now because it's not working. We need to regain control, or we have to do something now. Tell me more about why Justice is here, please. The Page of Pentacles. This has to do with some sort of financial news or some sort of an investment. What's Justice? Change in reverse. So somebody did not want something to change, or they wanted to stop something from changing. Yeah, but someone here is not in their right mind. Thoughts in reverse. They're not in their right mind. Like all they can think about is that something they're doing is not working. But they don't want something to change for you. They don't want you to have victory. Courthouse. It's like we need to stop something from changing, but they were not in their right mind, whatever this is. What's the Six of Wands? A wealthy man in reverse. Somebody didn't want to lose their money. This is someone that's greedy. This is someone that is materialistic, or they felt like they were going to lose out on some sort of money here, in despair. What's Six of Wands? Yeah, someone wanted to hold on to some sort of money, a Queen of Wands. Okay. Somebody here wanted to hold on to some sort of money. And they didn't want something to change. They could be working with a shady business person or someone that does shady things for money. They weren't thinking something through when it comes to maybe even an employment. Okay, Page of Pentacles can even be someone that's employed, like an employee, some sort of a new business idea, somebody investing into a new business endeavor, someone who's like an apprentice. They didn't want something to change, but they didn't think something through. Somebody wanted to hold on to their money. They didn't think something through. What's the Nine of Swords? What is that? Page of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Somebody is really worried about an illusion that they created here. Or they're confused. They don't know what to think right now. They feel trapped and stuck. Eight of Swords. What are they so stressed about? Imprisonment. Somebody is terrified of being stuck, being trapped. Bad health. When it comes to bad health, why is somebody terrified of, or maybe this is even mental health, okay? Maybe this is not like literal imprisonment. Maybe somebody felt like mentally imprisoned to the point of like not thinking something through. Like somebody could really not be in their right state of mind, like a little bit of delirium, okay? What is this? Self-indulgence, focus on self. Time to heal, shadow work. Yeah, it's really giving me like somebody doing something super self-centered, only thinking about themselves and not thinking about like the greater picture of things, like doing something in the moment that benefits them the most, but not realizing that there's a mistake, or they made a mistake or something like that. They didn't think something through. What's the Knight of Cups? Courthouse. So it's something to do with court. It's definitely something to do with the law, with court, and with money. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands here, feeling stuck or imprisoned, trapped now because of something going on in court, something they didn't think through. The Knight of Cups. What's the Knight of Cups? In the past. Something they did in the past when it comes to employment. When it comes to money and employment. This could even be something they turned in, okay, with the cupping here. Maybe they turned something in to a judge, to court, when it comes to their money or their employment. They didn't think this through in the past. They didn't want something to change. So it's giving me a continuation off of Scorpio. So it could be this Queen of Wands that didn't report, or it's a different situation, but somebody here definitely turned something into court when it comes to money or a job. They didn't report something. Page of Wands in reverse. They did not report something. They did not report something. Yeah, and they thought that they would have victory and success. See, that's kind of the stupid thing, right, about courts, because, you know, it's just like filling out a piece of paper, right? You don't put, I mean, in this case, this person might have not put everything onto the form that they were supposed to, thinking, oh, well, you know, if I just send it off, then whatever, right? It's taken care of. But all of that stuff can be looked into. Like, they can, you know, take your bank statements and they can look into what is actually going on with your account, and all of this stuff can be traced. Oh my God, they lied. She lied. Queen of Wands lied. She definitely lied, and she did not report some sort of income correctly. She did not report money correctly, some sort of an asset, some sort of money that they received. They did not put it on a legal form that was turned into the courthouse, because they didn't want something to change. This could even be something about their employment, right? Like, it's even giving me something like, look, if this person, let's say they get money under the table, like on the side, that they don't report and they don't pay taxes on, right? So let's say they have to turn in an official court document where they're working together with maybe this is their boss. So they have a wealthy man in reverse who's their boss, okay? This person pays them, I don't know, $500 legally on paper, but actually they get way more than that. But that's like the legal cutoff for not having to pay taxes, okay? Something like that. They don't want something to change. They don't want to have more money taken out of their account or out of their paycheck if they actually reported exactly what they earn, right? They like going under the radar. So this person could have reported on a legal document, oh yes, my income is only $500 a month, when it's actually way more than that, but they don't want to report the rest of it, right? Because they don't want to pay taxes. So something like that is what this could be. Okay, what's the Knight of Swords? The Moon. Yeah, they definitely kept something hidden when they communicated something. Oh my God, the Tower and the Seven of Swords. They lied. It's a Tower moment because they lied. They lied and they kept something a secret. It's a Tower moment. Oh my God. Tell me more about this. And yeah, when the IRS finds out about that, that is going to be a hefty, hefty, hefty amount of taxes you have to pay back. Depending on how long they've been doing this, depending on their boss and the place of work, okay, the whole place could be going in, right? Everything's getting audited. Everything. Pathway in reverse. Oh man. Stop dead in your tracks right there. Poverty. Yeah, that's a hefty thing. That's like what's it called? Debt for the next 30 years, right? Because you just didn't want to have to pay, didn't want to have to report your income. Yeah, stupid. Okay, yeah. But whatever. What's a Tower? A main female. So it's a Queen of Wands here, main female, who's going through a hefty Tower moment. Very concerned about their income. Very concerned about their income. I can't make it up. They didn't report their income. Okay. Yeah. Great fortune in reverse. They pretended like they don't have money. They don't make any money at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have money. So either they didn't report their income, or they received a lot of money and they didn't report that, okay? It's kind of like you have to report everything that you get to the IRS. They want to know everything. They want to know all kinds of money that you get, okay? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Even if you inherit things, they want their share of it, right? They want their tax on it, okay? That's just how the world works. But someone here could have gotten a lot of money and they just didn't want to report it. So this is giving me like even like tax fraud, okay? The family room. Lying about a family situation, okay? Or this could even be family court. Like maybe this could even be like a divorce, okay? I don't know, family court, divorce, wanting alimony, right? That could even be something like that. They want alimony, they want child support, they want something. Or it's family court or it's a divorce. I don't know, something with a courthouse and a family room. Tell me about this lie. A 7 of Swords. A courtship, lying about a relationship. Oh my God, occupation in reverse. I cannot make it up. They lied about their job. Somebody here lied about being unemployed, or they lied about a job, or they lied about, you know, or they underreported their income or something like that. This is Scorpio again. This is like a continuation of a Scorpio. So if this resonates, you know, maybe you're dealing with, you have Scorpio in your chart, okay? Or yeah, this feels like some sort of a continuation. But this time we find out it's the Queen of Wands. In Scorpio reading, I didn't know who it was. So what's the 7 of Pentacles reverse? A 5 of Pentacles. They didn't want to lose their money. They didn't want to be broke, or they pretended to be broke. Maybe they pretended that they don't have any money. They're broke, okay? Something like that. The 7 of Wands. To block something. Okay, what's this? 10 of Swords in reverse, so that they wouldn't have to go through a painful ending. What is this? Community. This has to do with the community. Okay, why? A message of concern. Eight of Pentacles. This has to do with them working together with a community or their employment, okay, their place of employment. The Page of Wands, the message is about that they lied, or they lied on some sort of a document. They lied about their job. They lied about how much money they make at their job. They lied about their income, or they lied about, or they didn't want people to find out they're working together with a community. They didn't want it to look like they're working together with other people. 5 of Swords. So this Queen of Wands. This could even be something like a bribe. Okay, let's say this person was paid a lot of money with a bribe, and then they have to fill out some sort of a form for the courthouse or something like that. Okay, and then they conveniently don't put the bribe in how much money that they have, right? Something about it could even be a bribe with the Page of Pentacles, because they wanted to hold on to it. They didn't want anybody to know about it, maybe. So either it's them working together with a community. Let's see, what is this 8 of Pentacles about? Is this a bribe, or is this their actual employment here? A mature man. It's about them working together with a mature man. Okay. An official person and a child. This has to do with something that they told an official person, a mature man, about a child. Or this is what they said to make themselves look innocent to an official person. Again, something about a child and a family situation. A mature man and official person lying about work or a job, a false person. Help me understand this a bit better, please. 6 of Pentacles, King of Cups. It has to do with a King of Cups paying someone money. It has to do with a King of Cups paying money, or a King of Cups paying someone money. What is this? 4 of Swords in reverse. Somebody being stressed out, feeling restless. A Queen of Pentacles. This has to do with a King of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles. Paying someone money. And it has something to do with a child. Bad health. Money for a bribe. Or something to do with working together with a group. So maybe it's not employment. It could be employment as well, but it also could be maybe working together with a community, working together with a group of people, maybe some sort of a bribe that they received here. King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So did they not report this bribe then? Is that what this is? Courthouse. They didn't want it to look, Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles reversed. They didn't want it to look like they were working together with other people. They didn't want it to look like, or they didn't want anyone to know. Maybe they didn't want the officials or the court to know that they were working together with other people. But how does that make sense? A Queen of Wands. It has to do with the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Tower, because they wanted to hold on to the money. Four of Cups, Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. It's something to do with this Queen of Wands wanting to hold on to some sort of money. But what does that have to do with the officials and the courts? It has to do with a choice that this person made, okay? High Priestess. So whoever you are, you know what this choice was. They made some sort of a choice. You intuitively know what this is that they did. And it was because they were working together with others and they lied about it. They didn't want it to look like they were working together with others. And they wanted to keep the money. Something like that. The Three of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Being heartbroken about loss of a job or unemployment or something not working out, something being a failure. They were heartbroken that something was a failure. What was a failure here? That something was not going to work. When it comes to the Hermit and the World, when it comes to a case, when it comes to a case being closed, an investigation being closed, something was going to be a failure. King of Pentacles again at the bottom. What is this? What was going to be a failure? Concerned. They were concerned that something wasn't going to work, that something was a failure, that the case was going to close, or they had to close a case or an investigation. Something was going to be a failure. They were heartbroken. They were concerned about a message. About a message. Or maybe some sort of a document telling them they have to report their income, or message. Concern about a message. Concern about a message. What's the message about? A gift. When has something to do with a message that they sent someone about a gift that they received. Something was going to be a failure. Okay, whatever that means. I don't know, man. You'll know though. The High Priestess is here, I guess. So let's see. Something about a child. Okay, what is Temperance in reverse? Somebody, they didn't want to go through a painful ending. They didn't want something to end. What is this? What is it that they didn't want to end? A journey. They wanted to figure out how to move forward. They had to move forward somehow. With income. They wanted to move forward with the money that they got. They didn't want to go through a painful ending. So they lied about something. Okay, what's Temperance in reverse? The Devil. They lied. They did something super imbalanced to lie. Because they knew that whatever they did, it was blocked. Okay, something was going to be blocked. Some sort of manifestation wasn't going to work. So they did something super imbalanced to lie and to have control. The Ten of Wands. Man, that is a lot of like hellfire here, okay? What is that? Temperance reverse. And the Devil. Coffin in reverse. They wanted to stop something from ending, or they didn't want something to be over. They felt extremely burdened. It's like some sort of, it's really like emotional imbalance, okay? Anger, rage, determination. It really carried them through something here, but not in a good way. Okay, and what's Temperance in reverse? It's like, it's giving me a lot of like arrogance, like I want something to go my way. It's not working out. It has to go my way. Love. Love. What the hell? Love. That does not fit at all. What is love doing here? Twin flame connection. Man, this person was super imbalanced here when it comes to some sort of a love connection, a relationship, jealousy. They really, and that's probably what was carrying them through whatever this is this hatred, okay? This person had absolute hatred. They were not thinking something through. They were jealous and obsessed with getting something their way. They were like tunnel vision. That's what this feels like. Tunnel visioning something here. What was blocked? Two of Wands reverse. Something with a main male. They were blocked from a main male. They were not going to get what they wanted here with a main male. They were expecting some sort of poverty. Man, this is some weird like tunnel vision, not thinking clearly. I want something my way. I'm going to do something my way, the way that it works best for me, but not even thinking like, it's like someone looking at their plate, but they're not looking at the table. If you get what I'm saying, they're only looking at their plate and like, this is my plate. I want it full, but they're not looking at the rest of the picture. That's what this feels like. Okay. The Hierophant. Courts. It has something to do with the courts. The Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. It's like something that they turned in. Something they turned into court. They were in, whenever they turned this in, whatever it is, they were delusional about it. Like the Two of Swords is this, I can't see anything beyond my own plate. I don't have clarity. I don't have any kind of clarity. I'm just going to do it. Somebody didn't even think something through. Like, it could be like a detrimental mistake in some sort of reporting that to any kind of an expert, they look at it and go like, what the fuck? Like, why would you put this in a forum or on a document? But it's because this person was only thinking about what's best for them or something like that. I don't know. That's what this feels like, though. What is the Two of Swords and the Hierophant? A child. A child. Something about a child. Why does that keep popping out? Because of a relationship. Someone did not have clarity here about a child and a relationship. They just didn't want something to end. Something wasn't going their way. They weren't getting what they wanted. They wanted to hold on to the money. This person was super mentally imbalanced, okay? Very mentally unstable. emotionally unstable, very determined to get what they want. They felt like they weren't getting what they wanted, but they just had to keep going at it. And then they made some sort of a report to the law because they didn't want something to change. And they wanted to hold on to their money. It has to do with a relationship and a child. And this person just being a false person, straight up. What did they give to the courts here? Knight of Cups. Something about their money. Privileged lady. Occupation. Something that they turned into the courts when it comes to their money, when it comes to their occupation. And they did not think this through. Or they wanted some sort of money from the court system, okay? They wanted it. Maybe they wanted some sort of money here. Yeah, but now they can't manipulate anymore. Five of Swords in reverse. Something is being seen as manipulation. The Page of Swords. Because something about defending a breakup or trying to block two people from being together or trying to defend themselves when it comes to a breakup or the Nine of Swords. This person is really stressed out, worried, paranoid about a relationship. Stressed out, paranoid, worried about a relationship. Something that they turned into the courts. I'm going to do a crime hour after this. Yeah, they're losing control here. When it comes to a family, they felt like they were losing control of a family situation. They were stressed out and paranoid and worried about a relationship. They wanted to try and stop a breakup from happening, wanted to stop and block a breakup from happening. But they turned in something with money into the courts, with their job. Page of Cups. The Four of Swords. Okay. The World and the Three of Swords, because they were heartbroken about a cycle ending or something closing out. So, moral of this reading basically is whatever they did is not based in reasoning, logic, or something that was thought through. They didn't think about any of this. Everything they have done here is based on emotion. Okay? Everything they did was based on jealousy, anger, hatred, emotional imbalance, being unhealed, feeling like they're not getting what they want, nothing's working out, being over emotional, okay? And not being in their right mind at all. This is a lot of like acting without thinking and acting on emotion that it's not based in any kind of rational thought. Like, that's all I can say to this. Okay. So, closing words here for Gemini. Judgment. Someone here is under judgment for some sort of an action that they took. Ten of Wands. Yeah, they're going to be very burdened with this. Wheel of Fortune. Some sort of action that they took. They didn't even think it all the way through. Look at this. It goes from the Ace to the 10. Like, it goes from taking one step and then going straight to the 10. It's like there was no actual planning behind any of this. It was just, oh, I'll do this. Boom, burdened. Judgment. Okay, whatever it is. They tried to block something, defend something, defend themselves, stop something, block something, but they can't manipulate their way out of this. It's being seen clearly as manipulation or strategy or some sort of, sabotage, okay? Yeah, Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.